I'd like to show you this beautiful piece this morning. This chalice is handmade from olive wood in Bethlehem. It's made by the wonderful Christian families that live there in the Palestinian territory. My name's Robert Gorell, and I'm the senior pastor here at Centenary United Methodist Church in Lawton. My wife Prudy and I, we love to go to the Palestinian area, particularly to Bethlehem. We've been there many, many times. The Christians there are great craftsmen. They do these wonderful art pieces all by hand. Really, it's their only means of subsistence. It's how they live, is by producing these craft pieces. What's so amazing to me is that they take this great art gift that they have and they pass it on generation to generation. So now there are people there who are carving olive wood that have done that for so many generations. Not only do they pass on their artistic gifts and abilities, but they pass on their faith through this very unique gift that they have. I'd like to invite you to think about that, about passing on our faith to the next generation. This is October. It's our Stewardship Month. The last Sunday of October, we will receive our pledges for stewardship for the coming year. And I really have been thinking a lot about what that means. My wife Prudy and I love Centenary, not just because I'm the senior pastor here, but we just love this church and everything that it's about. This church has been absolutely incredible. I can remember before I came here, we did a conference study of churches in the Oklahoma Conference, and Centenary was listed as one of the churches we expected to close in the next 20 years. And now, not only are you growing and thriving, you're the largest Methodist church in Southwest Oklahoma, and maybe the largest mainline Christian church in Southwest Oklahoma. I can remember, and a lot of you can remember too, my first year here, we were just in terrible debt. We could hardly stay afloat. Every week was just a tremendous struggle. Well, you have completely helped get us out of debt. We have ministry money now, and that we can do all kinds of wonderful things with that we couldn't have dreamed of before because of your faithfulness. My pastor friends are shocked when I share with them that we came through the summer, a time when most churches fall behind anyway just because of summer in their giving. But in the middle of a global pandemic, we came through this summer spot on in our giving. We had hit all of our giving goals as we wrapped up the summer, once again because of your faithfulness. I think that this church is unique and special, and that we have a gift to give to the next generation of Christians. I believe that we're a church made up of all different kinds of people, liberal and conservative, and older and younger, and married and single, people of different sexual orientation, people of different political orientation, but we come together and we wrap ourselves around the mission of Jesus Christ, and we share that mission in the world. We're conservative in the sense that we believe in the heart of the message of Jesus, to love God and to love your neighbor, and we carry that. That's our DNA from the foundations of this church over 100 years ago. We're progressive in the sense that we love people just as they are, and we welcome every person, no matter their background or their situation. Everyone here is welcome together around the table of Jesus Christ. I think that kind of church is very important to have in Southwest Oklahoma, and it's very important to me to do the things that we need to do right now so that we can pass on this great faith legacy to our children and our grandchildren. We have an amazing group of youth and children in this church, but they're going to face a culture unlike anything any of us, of Christians, have ever faced before. They'll be a minority. In lots of cases, they'll be challenged and looked down upon because of their faith. They already experience that in school every week. It's up to us to make the sacrifices and to provide the means for them to know the faith, for them to be grounded in the faith, and for them to be able to live out the faith long after we're gone. To do that requires sacrifice. We're asking you to be brave. We're asking you to be courageous in your giving. I know that it's a challenge in the world situation we're in right now, But we have to be brave, and we have to look forward to a church that's about receiving people of every kind and helping them on their walk with Jesus Christ. This is more than a church in the traditional sense. We're a part of a faith community. We know each other, we care about each other, we minister to each other, and we help each other grow in the faith. We have to pass that legacy on to our younger people. Your gifts make that possible. Every year on Stewardship Sunday, Pledge Sunday, when we turn in our pledges, we like to give you a little gift to just say thank you for your faithfulness. And this year, Kevin McCartney and Liliana Schell have prepared this beautiful picture of the church that's matted. We'll be giving that to you. It's absolutely gorgeous, and my wife and I are looking forward to having it in our home. We're going to give it to you and ask you to place that in your home somewhere, and always find time during the week to pray for this church every time you see that. It's also sort of like this chalice that the Christians of Bethlehem pass along to their children and their grandchildren. My dream and my hope is that someday, long after I'm gone, that there will be families passing this picture down to their children and their grandchildren and telling them about this amazing church, Centenary United Methodist Church, and not just passing along the picture, but passing along to that generation faith in Jesus Christ. We thank you for your faithfulness. Thank you for your generosity.